Hey guys, welcome to Carnivorous Plants Hub. Thanks a lot for stopping by today. Today I'm going to be giving you an update on the first Nepenthes Ventrata that I got here back in last July. My last update on this guy was actually back in November. So it's been a few months since then, and now it's been about 7 months since I've owned this plant. Let me show you what this guy looked like at our last update. Okay, now that you see what it looked like at our last update, real quick guys, before I dig into this beautiful plant, thank you so much for being here and supporting my channel. You watching this video supports my dream in one day opening a carnivorous plant nursery, physical location and website. So thank you so much for being here. Anything you do, whether you like the video, whether you subscribe to my channel, those things are super incredibly helpful to me and very supportive of my dream. And I just want to thank you for being here and enjoying my content. I hope you're enjoying it. But just wanted to say that, thank you for being here, thank you for your support. Let's go ahead and take a look at this beautiful Nepenthes Ventrata. Alright guys, one of the first things you're probably going to notice from my last update until now is probably the color of the pictures and also the size and amount of pictures. I got a lot more pictures now. The color of them are a lot different because I've actually had them growing under my grow light here, my Vipar Spectra light, which will typically turn your plant and your pictures a little more red. You can see at the top here, you can see there's a lot of red on this plant, and that's from just getting a lot of the grow light. I think it was getting a little too much light. I actually just did an update video with these guys here, so be sure to check that out too. But I wanted to do this one in its own video because this was actually a death cube rescue, and I got this guy as it was just starting to grow, and I just kind of wanted to show the growth of how much growth that I've had in just the 7 months. So you guys can go check out the other videos I have of when this guy was first brought home, and I'll put those in the description for you. But just to give you kind of a reference guide for the pictures, there's my hand. Okay, so that one's about as big as, that one's probably a good 4.5 inches big. The latest picture to grow. So it's doing really good. And just for some reference here, this was what the pictures were when I first got the plant. That's about how big they were. That's one of the original pictures that came in that I need to cut off here pretty soon because it's almost completely dead. And I think that was my second picture right there when it first started to grow. But you can just see how much bigger the pictures are. These pictures are super healthy. For some reason it's only wanting to grow on one side. Let's go ahead and turn it around here. You can see there is one finally growing off the back here. This one's kind of in an early stage, but it'll be sprouting here pretty soon, and so far it hasn't failed yet. Every picture that this plant has produced has been bigger than the last. So it was this one here, and then this one grew, which is a little bit bigger, and then this one grew, which is considerably bigger than all of them. You can see I had to prop it up on this mug here simply because they weren't hanging anymore. They were just kind of sitting, and you can see I'm getting really close to it, still sitting. So I'm probably gonna have to get a hanging planter for this pretty soon, and then I'll probably move one of my new Basal shoot-offs from one of these guys into this one here and start the process over. You can see if you look down here, you can see there's a little, let me get over here, it'll be easier to see from this side, a little Basal shoot-off right there coming out. So it's going to be a new plant there. That still needs quite a bit of time though before it's ready to separate. You can see it's just starting. You can see it's just, oh, it's not gonna focus for me. You can see it's just starting to produce a little bit of potential picture right there. So we'll keep our eye on that growth. You can see the newest leaf to shoot out here. It'll be splitting pretty soon. You can see the split right there. It'll be splitting soon, and a new picture will grow out of that. But this plant has done really well. Started off on my windowsill, and then it came winter time, so we moved it into here under the grow lights. I was doing 12 to 14 hours of light, kind of where it's at right there, which is, I don't know, probably 2 or 3 feet or so from the light. And we realized that these guys were getting a little too much light just because there are some burns on the new basal shoot, the new basals that were coming out. So we decided to kind of scale it back, and this was getting a little little more red than I like. So we actually moved the lighting back down to probably 8 to 10 hours on this one, and you can see there hasn't really been any impact to the actual pictures other than that they're red. So the growth on this has actually been really fantastic, and it's really doing well. I'll be getting it in probably one of these hanging planters here pretty soon. As soon as we start to get some nicer weather, we're getting toward the end of February now, we'll probably move one of these back out to the windowsill, maybe out on our porch so that they can grow outside, get some natural lighting for the summer. And then of course when winter kicks back up in 2021, we'll move them back in here and let them kind of do their thing. You can see they're starting to vine pretty good, but this plant here is it's been awesome, and it's grown from really tiny. Did most of its heavy lifting when it was really young in a windowsill. Very low humidity. I don't have very much humidity on these guys. Let's see. You can see my humidity right now is only 34%, and that's pretty standard. I can bump up that humidity by wrapping it up and, you know, blowing my humidifier into it a little bit, but I'm not really doing a lot of that right now. Not for my Nepenthes anyway, just because these Nepenthes Ventrata do really well without the extra humidity, which makes them a really good plant to grow on your windowsill, especially if you do it in the kitchen, because kitchens do get a naturally get a little more humidity, or a bathroom windowsill because they get a little more natural humidity from the shower and the sink. But yeah, guys, this is an awesome little plant. I strongly suggest if you want to get started with a carnivorous plant, these are really great. They're easy to grow. Considerably easier to grow than like a Venus flytrap. They require a lot less special care. You still have to use distilled water. You still have to have a really nutrient or a soil mix that lacks nutrients. This is a perlite, peat moss, and silica sand mix. It's very devoid of any nutrients. But a lot of people do like to use long fiber sphagnum moss, which is a little bit easier to work with, and it's a little bit better for moisture retention. So that's probably your best bet, is going with something like that. But this is pretty easy to go get at the store. It's a little bit harder to get your hands on long fiber sphagnum moss. If you can get it off Amazon, but it's a little bit trickier to get. But yeah, so that's this plant, guys. Again, just wanted to thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting my channel. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, all that fun stuff, and make sure and go check out my updates on these guys. I go into really good detail on what they're doing. And then also I'll be giving you guys some extra updates on my flower stalk propagation for my Venus flytraps. I had another Venus flytrap that went all black on me, so I'll kind of let you know how that plant is doing. And yeah, but yeah, make sure and go check out my channel and check out all my videos, and thank you for being here, guys. I hope to catch you again at the next one. Bye bye.